Hey you guys, good morning. I'm on my way to my workout today, and I'm going in a different direction, and I'll tell you guys why. Because I've been doing some research and I found out some stuff that's detrimental. And so this video is basically for men over 40, but I mean it could apply to a lot of us. I mean, if you're young, you're full of testosterone, you build muscle and burn fat with no problem. It's just an automatic. But men, once we hit our 30s, our testosterone levels start to drop at least 1 to 2% every year. So by the time you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you've already dropped a lot of your testosterone. And testosterone for a man is our number one hormone. You know, that supports a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I probably should have started this video off with parental discretion advised, because I'm going to touch on a few things, but I'm not going to go too deep, and I'm not going to be vulgar with it. But anyway, again, this video is for men over 40. Reason being, I'm a man over 40, and I've been doing my own research for my own purposes, but I thought I'd share. Let me just give you a brief glance at what I've been dealing with, and I've realized through my studies recently, or through my research, that I've been doing it all wrong. So I had been going to the gym, and this was my mindset, and I'm sure we all have that mindset that the more I do and the less I eat, the better off I'll be, and I'll be able to lose weight, and I'll be able to gain muscle and all of that. All lies, 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 trash, and garbage. But anyway, I mean, it helps though. If you do a lot of cardio and you give up on a lot of stuff that you're used to doing, like good fats and carbs and all of that stuff, you will lose some weight. But at the same time, you may be prone to lose muscle, which is not good, because again, muscle burns fat and raises your metabolism. And again, like I said, I had been doing that, you know, trying to do an hour and a half on a treadmill, and then jump off the treadmill and do some weight training, and jump off of that and go do some swimming and maybe some basketball, you know, stuff like that. And it's really not good, you know what I'm saying? So that's where my mindset was, and I'm sure from a lot of the magazines and a lot of the things that we've heard, that's the way to get it done. But let me just tell you the real way, and I'm gonna tell you a couple people that I follow, where I've been getting the information from, in a couple of studies. I follow these guys on YouTube: Funk Roberts, Gary Walker, Live Anabolics, Fit Father Project, and Blue Star Nutraceuticals. I'm getting twisted up. Blue Star Nutraceuticals, Fit Father, Gary Walker, Live Anabolics, and Funk Roberts. Those are some of the guys that I follow, and some of the studies that I'm going to give you. Some of this information comes from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, the Journal of Applied Physiology, British Journal of Sports Medicine, and there was one more, but I can't. Let me see. I wrote some of this stuff down, but because I don't just want to give you my opinion, which some of it will be my opinion, but most of it comes from these different studies. But again, you can follow those guys and check them out, and check out some of those other different things like that for the information. But I'm gonna get into it. So the first thing is, there's 3 mistakes that we make, and I'm gonna read off some of this because I wrote it all down, and then I'll go into my own, you know, thing. But anyway, number 1 mistake that we make is following the wrong diets that don't support our number 1 male hormone, which is testosterone. Low fat, low carb diets, they kill our testosterone. Along with, you know, again, like I said, once we hit our 30s, we start to lose testosterone 1 to 2% every year. And once we hit our 40s, I believe it's called sarcopenia, but we start to lose muscle as well. But that doesn't mean that we can't build muscle back and grow our testosterone or build our testosterone levels back up. So that's the number one, because we need good cholesterol to produce testosterone, because good cholesterol comes from healthy fats. And if we cut all of that out, then that's another way that we're not building what we need. Anyway, number two, and let me just touch on testosterone again for a minute for the men. And here's where, in my opinion, but I'm going to give you some facts, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. The facts about testosterone for men in their 40s, and not just in their 40s, but testosterone period. But again, like I said, this video is for men 40, 50, 60, 70, 40 and over. Testosterone keeps our moods pretty good and builds muscle. It burns fat. It gives us a high sex drive. And there was a study that showed that diets with less than 30% carbs see a dip in free testosterone and increased cortisol. Now, cortisol is another enemy of testosterone. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and it kills testosterone. And I'm gonna touch again on cortisol in a little while, but that's an enemy of testosterone. Now comes my opinion. And men, we don't like to talk about it, but you know, there's a lot of men that, I won't say they can't perform, but they're having issues with that area, but men won't talk about that. But they talk about it amongst each other, but not to the point to where, oh man, I can't do this, or I'm having issues. But now everybody's talking about the little blue pill. You know what I'm saying? So, but in my opinion, and with all of this stuff that I've been studying and reading, in my opinion, it's not always that you need that blue pill. And it's not always that you have an issue, but the issue is that your testosterone levels are low. And like I said, from the fact that I researched, testosterone can cause a high sex drive. And I'm sure that's why in your teenage years and your 20s, you're like rabbits, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it real, you know, don't shoot the messenger, I'm just keeping it real. But then as you start to get in your 50s, 60s, or 40s, 50s, and 60s, or whatever, you start to have issues with that. And that's because at our age, some of us have more stress and less testosterone, and then we're eating foods that don't agree with our testosterone levels, and that's where the issue comes from. And then we get old and grumpy, and obviously we're gonna be grumpy. So when you have all of that together, that's a perfect situation that you won't be able to do what you want to do or what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And let's just keep it real. As men, that's an important thing to us. It's not the most important thing, but it's always important for a man to be able to perform. You know what I'm saying? And so that's as far as I'm gonna go on that. But that's just my opinion. But at the same time, it coincides with the fact that we lose testosterone, and we don't know about these things unless we look for it, but we don't really know. And that's my reason for sharing this. So let me move on from that. Number two is we do catabolic cardio, which is what I was talking about earlier. How, and I made this goal for myself that I wanted to do 4 miles in an hour on a treadmill. And because of who I am, I still need to do that, because that's something personal, and I'm going to do that. But that's not a good thing to do on a regular basis, and I'll tell you why. The reason is catabolic cardio, like long, steady, stay cardio for long periods of time, excessive cardio, it leads to muscle loss. It produces cortisol. Again, we're going to talk about that cortisol, that stress hormone. Cortisol. Long, excessive cardio produces cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and that kills your testosterone. Again, along with after 30 or at 30, every year after that, you lose 1 to 2% of your testosterone anyway. It's an automatic thing. So that, you know what I'm saying, you'll burn fat, but you also may run the risk of losing muscle. And now what you're doing is you're burning a little bit of fat, you're losing a little bit of muscle, you're you're killing your testosterone levels, and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good thing to do. Even though I'm giving you these 3 bad things that we're doing, or that we think that's good, I'll give you some solutions that I've learned as well. And these are the exercises that I'm doing today, and I started doing last week, and I'll try to show them to you. But let me just keep going with this. So number 3 is, again, when we lose muscle and lower our testosterone, that also lowers our metabolism. See, your body works on metabolism, and your food is your energy. Your food is like your gas, your fuel. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't have the proper foods, it's like we're working against ourselves. All of that time we spend in the gym, and all of that time we spend starving ourselves, we're working against ourselves. So your metabolism has to be high. Your muscle level, you have to build muscle, build your metabolism, and build your testosterone levels in order for your metabolism to stay high. That's why you see a lot of people that run, or a lot of people that's naturally slim but can eat everything in the world and don't gain a pound. That's because their metabolism is so high, and most of their body is muscle. There's no body fat there. So there's muscle, and this goes for men and women. So anyway, let me move on, so I don't want to be too long. Okay, and number 3 is that we work out too hard and too often. You know what I'm saying? There's this certain thing, and I used to do it. We all did it when we were younger. And if you're younger, it still works. But at the same time, we've all been taught, work hard, work smarter, not harder. So here's what I'll say about that. There's these things they call bro splits. Like sometimes I used to go to the gym when I was really heavy in the gym, like 4 or 5 times a week. I would do back and shoulders one day, chest and arms one day, leg day, core and something else. You know what I'm saying? Core and lower back or whatever. They're called bro splits, where you do 2 muscle groups every training session, but you go Monday, Tuesday, maybe skip Wednesday, go Thursday and Friday. That's too much. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is it causes you to become more catabolic, and catabolic equals molecules and cells that get broke down. You know, the ones you need to be able to do these things, they start to break down on you, which means you'll lose muscle. Again, you lose muscle, you'll have low energy, you might have joint pain, you might be susceptible to more injuries, and your immune system will weaken as well. So those things are, you know, those bro splits, like I said, when you're in your teens and your 20s, you're Gucci. You ain't got to worry about all of that. But as you get older, you have to try to think, you know, smarter, you know, try to work out smarter. And then all of us don't have time to be in the gym. Like right now, in my work schedule now and everything going on in my life, I don't have time to spend 2 and 3 hours in the gym anymore. You know, back then, I was in my late 30s to early 40s or something. I pretty much had my own schedule because I was living in LA. I was singing with my friends in my group, and we usually did our stuff during the evening, or we might have gigs at night or on the weekends or whatever. So I had most of the day to be in the gym. I don't have that kind of time anymore, or energy. or even the want or the need to feel like I want to do that. So anyway, those are the three bad things, and I'll touch on them again. Number one is that we follow the wrong diets that don't support our testosterone, which is our number one male hormone that we need to grow muscle, burn fat, and build our metabolism up. Number two is we do these long cardio sessions, and they're called catabolic cardio, that we just do outrageous amounts of cardio, which is not good for us because it also kills our testosterone and raises our cortisol level. Number three is we work out too hard too often with these bro splits that they call them, where we might work out 4 or 5 times a day, and even if we do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday 3 times a day, and we do cardio and these bro splits, it's still too much because you need to have your body needs the time in between to rest and recover, you know. So now I'll give you some of the solutions that I've learned about, and number one is testosterone-based diets. You know, we need to balance our hormones. You know, testosterone-based diets, it balances our hormones, it increases our metabolism, and we need to they need to be micronutrient dense. You know, micronutrient dense, and I'll explain that because the enemies of testosterone are estrogen, insulin, cortisol, and inflammation. If we men do have estrogen, and it's the certain foods that we eat. All of these type of things, they give you, they raise your estrogen, your insulin, you know, like the sugars and just the starches and stuff like that. They talk about on the insulin that's why people have diabetes, because they have these high levels of insulin or not enough insulin, whatever the situation is. And cortisol, the stress hormone. And inflammation is when we do too much and tear ourselves up, and then we get issues with our shoulders and our arms and our joints and different stuff like that. But anyway, that's the number one solution, is to have a testosterone based diet that's going to build our testosterone up. And there's they did this diagram of a plate, and the plate is the circle, but you just draw it like a cross in between it, and you need to have on each meal 3 meals to 4 meals a day. You need to have fats, good protein, good veggies, and good carbs. You have to have carbs, and we all want to cut out carbs and fats because we heard they were bad, but you have to have them. And I'll probably do another video on that, because there's also this thing about carb cycling that I'm going to dive in some more and learn some more about it. It's called carb cycling, and it tells you what type of carbs you need, what time of the day that they're good to have, and different stuff like that. But I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm going to leave it there until I do some more research on it. And so number 2 is we need to do metabolic circuits. You know what I'm saying? We need to do three total body workouts per week using compound movements and recovery in between. And these workouts you do, and like I say, when I go in the gym, if there's not too many people in there, I'll try to video a few of those workouts for you. I mean, a few of those movements, what they're talking about. And it's basically a total body workout. I did it last week, and let me not get ahead of myself, but I did it last week, and it's something serious. And I'll tell you why it's serious. Not that it was hard to do, but it's something serious. But I'll tell you about that. But anyway, these workouts are where you get your cardio, you get your muscle building, your strength training, everything all at once. And they last for like 24 to 36 hours. they cause what they call the afterburn effect. It's EPOC, EPOC, exercise post oxygen consumption, and it's called the afterburn effect. What that means is, in this workout, you're not going to be in the gym for hours and hours at a time. You may do 30 or 40 minutes in the gym, if that, because you're doing circuits. And again, like I say, you're building your metabolism, you're burning fat, you're building muscle, and you're doing cardio all at the same time. But it's not long, steady state cardio that's going to tear your metabolism and your muscles down. So again, it's called the afterburn effect, but it's EPOC, exercise post oxygen consumption. What that means again is that after I finish this workout and I go home and I'm sitting on the couch, or I'm on YouTube, or I'm doing whatever I'm doing for the rest of the day, for the next 24 to 36 hours, I'll be burning calories from that workout I just did. And that means I'm not running on no treadmill, I'm not doing this, that, and the other, but I'm constantly burning those calories. See, so that's the smart way, not the hard way. So again, like I said, it's called circuit training, and it's pretty much I heard another way of saying it is, it's like a HIIT, high intensity training or something like that. But anyway, again, like I said, I'll show you guys if I can. If not, I'll video it another time. I'm going to get in here and do my workout and try to get it done and try to record some of it, and I'll get back with you guys. Hope y'all have a good day. One love. There you guys, I'm done. Did 5 sets of 8 reps. Some of them I did 10. Full body workout, compound movements. That thing is a beast. Oh, you got, excuse me, I'm eating seeds right now. But anyway, I forgot to mention, for you guys that don't like the gym, a lot of these exercises you can do at home with dumbbells. Check out Funk Roberts on YouTube, and he's an MMA guy, ex-bodybuilder and all that type of stuff like that. And check him out. He has some fire home workout, just body weight workout. And that's for the guys that don't like to go to the gym. I don't like gyms either when they're crowded. I like small gyms, but not a whole lot of people there. But anyway, check that out.